Deathworlders laughed at their worst nightmare. That's when the aliens panicked. The Galactic Academy of Strategic Defense had seen cadets from 100 worlds. Some were plated in armor-like shells, some shimmered with psionic energy, some towered high enough to cast shadows across the drill fields. They were the finest of the galaxy's youth, tested and honed to one day protect the fragile peace. But nothing unsettled them more than the humans. Deathworlders, they were called. Natives of a planet so dangerous that other species still struggled to believe it hadn't long ago gone sterile. Earth was filled with extremes, frozen wastelands, searing deserts, crushing oceans, predators with more teeth than seemed possible. Yet somehow, humans had thrived. And today, one of those humans was laughing. The setup. Instructor Vrax loomed in front of the assembled cadets. His carapace glistened, mandibles clicking as he paced. "Today you will face a simulation of your worst nightmare," he hissed. "This is the test of psychological resilience. The test that has broken even the strongest. No weapons. No allies. You will be dropped into a scenario tailored by your own recorded fears." Murmurs rippled through the ranks. The Sirenth twitched their wings nervously. The Tuvar flexed claws, hissing. Even the towering RHYX bristled at the mention of nightmares. And then there was Cadet Aaron Hayes, the lone human in the class. He yawned. The alien cadets glanced at him, whispering. Did the human not understand? This was the trial that reduced seasoned recruits to trembling shells. Aaron just smirked. Nightmares, huh? Sure. Sounds fun. Into the nightmare. The cadets were led to individual chambers. Neurohelmets descended, wires crackled, and one by one they fell into the simulations. The Sirenth screamed almost immediately, wings beating against nothing as visions of firestorms consumed their nests. The Tuvar roared, striking at phantom hunters in the darkness. The RHYX thrashed, caught in the illusion of endless drowning. Their terror echoed even outside the chambers. The instructors watched grimly. The test was working as designed. Then they reached the humans' chamber. And froze. Because Aaron was laughing. Not strained laughter. Not desperate giggles of denial. Genuine, chest-shaking laughter. Inside the human's mind. Aaron stood in a darkened city street. Shadows stretched, whispering. Figures with hollow eyes stalked him from the alleys, monstrous shapes drawn from his subconscious. He doubled over, wheezing with mirth. "Oh no," he gasped, pointing at one towering, fanged beast. "The boogeyman? Seriously? That's the best you've got?" The monster lunged. Aaron sidestepped, grinning. "Buddy, I grew up with horror movies scarier than you." The shadows twisted into more terrors, a wall of fire, collapsing buildings, swarms of insects. Aaron only cackled harder. "Fire! You should see California summers. Falling buildings? That's just Tuesday traffic back home. Insects? Ha! You ever camp in Australia?" The simulation tried harder, layering fear upon fear, but the human only mocked it. And every time the nightmare reached for him, Aaron laughed in its face. The observation room. Outside, the instructors panicked. "His readings are wrong," one hissed, mandibles clattering. "Heart rate steady. Cortisol levels minimal. He should be screaming." Another pointed at the display. His, mocking it. His enjoying it. The alien cadets in recovery chambers stirred uneasily as the human's laughter echoed through the comms. "Why is he laughing?" one whispered. "What kind of species laughs at fear?" The instructors had no answer. The breaking point. The simulation ramped up one final time. The worst nightmare it could conjure. Aaron suddenly stood on a battlefield. Friends lay fallen. Fire streaked the sky. Enemies advanced in endless waves. For a moment, He went quiet. The instructors leaned forward, certain they'd finally cracked him. Then Aaron exhaled slowly, his lips quirking upward. Oh, this one's familiar. He straightened, eyes hardening, and strode into the charge. Not with fear. With purpose. See, this isn't a nightmare, he said. This is history. Humans have lived this. And we kept going. He picked up a broken weapon, let out a hoarse laugh, and charged the horde head-on. The simulation collapsed in on itself, unable to process his response. The aftermath. Aaron awoke to silence. The other cadets were pale, trembling, some still shaking from their nightmares. Their eyes darted toward him in disbelief. Aaron stretched, grinned, and said, "So, when do we get to the scary part?" The Sirenth hissed, wings trembling. You laughed. Yeah. Aaron shrugged. That's what we do. You can't let fear own you. Sometimes the only thing that keeps you sane is laughing at the darkness. The Tuvar snarled low. You mocked the nightmares. That is not natural. Aaron's smile turned sharp. Neither is surviving a death world. But we do it anyway. The panic. The instructors retreated to their control chamber, mandibles clacking in agitation. This test was designed to expose weakness, one said. But the human thrived. Another tapped trembling claws against the console. They laugh at what breaks others. They laugh at nightmares. What happens when the galaxy faces horrors beyond imagination, wars, invasions, catastrophes? They will not cower. They will not falter. They will laugh, another whispered. And the thought sent a shiver through every alien present. Because suddenly, they realized. The most terrifying soldier is not the one who fears nothing. It is the one who feels fear. And laughs at it anyway. Later that night, the cadets gathered in their barracks, still shaken. The RHYX whispered to the others, mandibles clattering nervously. What manner of species treats nightmares as jokes? Aaron leaned back on his bunk, hands behind his head, whistling softly. When the room grew silent, he cracked one eye open. You know, he said casually, there's a human saying, laughter is the best weapon. No one dared ask if it was a joke.